This is Hadrian.
Oh, Hadrian.
Hadrian, yes, you know the name because he's the one who destroyed Jerusalem a second time. First is, of course, we know in 70, and then we have in 132 to 135, the Barcopea Rebellion. So a second time, the Jews are trying to throw off the Romans, and he was the one who destroyed this land once again and said there will never be a Jerusalem again. It's gone. We're going to create a new Roman city, Ada Capitolina. And of course, during that period of time, we have Jews fighting the Romans, hiding out. Look over here in this display. We have all these things from that period of time.
Oh, what about
Things you found.
this? Isn't this
Okay. Well, that's another. I mean, we're going to find things like this everywhere.
I
This
see.
would be one of the Roman, either Caesar or commander. I'm not sure who it is, but
It's huge.
yeah, it's large, larger than life. That's not uncommon. Some would be much larger yet, but okay. So in the caves, here we're looking, obviously, some were farther down the Kidron Valley, probably near Mar Saba, which is out from Bethlehem, very dry out there. Remember, when you have the Judean mountains, rain comes, waters all that plain of Sharon, you get water up to Jerusalem, but you get on the other side, because that rise in elevation is 2,500 feet at Jerusalem. Mount Olivet is about 2,700 feet, and the water drops, and on the other side, it is dry. And so things preserved, and that's wonderful. We're thankful we have some things that have been preserved. Here they are, arrows and spears and pans and pots.
This is all the things that were found.
Found in the caves, the
Yeah, with the Jewish one.
Barcopea rebels left some things for us to see. Sarah, you know that Paul was a Roman citizen and the privileges were huge. You remember in the book of Acts, at one point they grab Paul and they think, find out the truth or just to please the crowds or whatever, they're going
Trying to hurt
to
him.
whip him. And he says, I'm a Roman citizen.
Oh,
And they jumped back. It says that they were terrified. They
wow.
knew that could cost them their occupation. That could cost them maybe their lives. And so,
how did he
Ro-
prove? that he
yeah,
was
I
a
don't
citizen?
know the answer. I know that documents were sometimes issued. This is one that gives citizenship
Oh, I see.
to a soldier. Now he gets out of the army and he's now given citizenship. I suspect that Paul had some kind of similar document that says, I'm born a Roman citizen. Proof, with a stamp and the signature, something from the Roman government. I don't know the answer. We need to investigate that one. We need to learn. Let's keep going. Let's go this way. The 10th Census Legion. Remember in Jerusalem, light post.
Yeah, we saw that.
It's the same thing. So there are going to be a number of things like this in the country because they were here a long time. And of course, to have some representation, you can see the name sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You see Caesar.
Caesar,
Yeah,
yeah.
there it is. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to get to a number of items that are important biblically. You've seen some. Okay, for example, the place of trumpeting, that's the original.
Yes, that's on the Temple of Mount.
Yeah, on the Temple Mount there. Well, below the Temple
Yeah,
Mount
below.
at the west, it's in the Davidson Center. And so there you go. Here we read about in the book of Acts, they accuse Paul of bringing a Gentile into the temple courts. And of course, that violated the law. This thing actually says, if you're a Gentile and you enter these courts, your death is your own fault.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it says. So, and then this one, another piece that mentions he's the son of a high priest. We know they're high priests at that time. This one, temple vessels. This one, someone who said he's the builder on the ossuary of the temple. So you get the feel for everything fits with what we read in the book of Acts, just perfectly. There it goes. Sarah, you asked me about that statue in there, who that was. I wasn't sure. Possibly Marcus Aurelius, they think. They're not sure. The signage tells us they're not sure. But it was found in Bethshan. So much that's been found has been found at Beth Shan,
Yeah.
including this. This is Alexander the Great,
Yeah.
and of course, he was the one who's responsible for Greek becoming the language in the first century. Our New Testaments are written in Greek. And of course, it became a lost language in time. And Latin became the language. We get to Bethlehem, we get to Jerome, we get to the Vulgate. But today, scholars, when they translate our Bibles, they don't go to Latin, they go to the Greek. And the world had become Greek thanks to Alexander. Conquered the world in just almost no time.
Very smart guy.